Hi everyone, we're here with Kristian Bush. He's one half of platinum selling duo Sugarland. He's a Grammy winner and he's here tonight to perform at the C2C social event at the Brooklyn Bowl. Kristian, how you doing?
I'm quite well. How are you doing?
I'm really good. I'm talking to you, of course. I'm just
Welcome!
So welcome back to the UK. What have you been up to?
Since I've left, seen you or
Since
today?
Today, yeah. Today.
Well, today I've gotten into a lot of trouble. I slept as late as possible.
Yeah.
And then I ate some great breakfast. I've been over here at the Brooklyn Bowl, sneaking by all the tennis players who are walking around outside. You see this? There's all sorts of these fancy,
it's very busy
extremely healthy tennis players.
Yeah.
And kind of just preparing for a show, and meeting fans who have discovered my music since I've last been here.
Yeah. I mean, the last time you did come here was 2013. And since then, you've had your debut album released, Southern Gravity.
Yes.
So, what's the last year been like for you?
Well, it's been interesting to say the least. It's been an experience of traveling around the world. We went to Australia, we went to Canada, all these places, and now here, and people discovering that guy from Sugarland can sing.
Yeah. Well, I was going to ask,
it's kind of fun.
Yeah. How has the transition been from being in a mega duo like Sugarland to suddenly being out there on your own? How's that been?
Well, the transition is about, people not really knowing what they're getting into. Yeah. And then once they do, it has been almost 100% consistent in that people are just both surprised and excited suddenly, because I love performing. Yeah. So a lot of the shows they're kind of just joyous. They're based on joy. And it's not necessarily something that you go hand in hand with country music, but it is. Yeah. And you don't know it until you're in it, and you're like, "Oh my gosh, I'm having the best time ever!" And then you're like, "Why is this happening? Yeah. This is so good. Can we go do this tomorrow?" Yeah. And so I'm building fans one at a time.
Well, as a Sugarland fan myself, it's been really awesome to hear like you doing your own stuff, Jennifer doing your own stuff. Was it your intention to kind of maintain a Sugarland sound for this new album, or was it something you wanted to make your own?
I didn't know how it was going to turn out, but I'm interested because you just said that you're a fan. This is one of those rare moments where the DNA of the band creatively is now separated out, and you can see, if you're a fan of Sugarland, you now can listen to both these albums that we've got and go, "Oh, okay, wait a minute, that guy does this and that girl does this." That's how this works together. And in a lot of ways, I would imagine, and people have said this to me, that they just didn't expect the kinds of albums that we put out to be the kinds of albums that we put out. And I think that's kind of cool, But I think that my record sounds a lot like a Sugarland record, except I'm singing. Yeah. And that should tell you something. Yeah.
Well, I love it personally. I think it's one of my favourite albums of 2015. I have to be honest. It's really, really good.
Thank you.
So, what's your favourite song on the album and why?
My favourite song on the album. Sometimes you put songs on albums just for yourself. There was a song in the middle of the record called "Feelin' Fine, California," and I love it. Our friends Megan and Rebecca Lovell, they have a band called Larkin Poe, and they travel with me a lot. And they were singing on that song with me. And there's this kind of moment at the beginning of the song where it's just us singing, and these vocals kind of kick up. And as a recording, it's one of my favorite moments.
Yeah. And Trailer Hitch you chose as the first single. So what was it about Trailer Hitch that made you think, I want this as an introduction to Kristian Bush?
I think it was the fact that Trailer Hitch makes you dance.
It does make you dance.
And that's one of the things that I love about music. I love that it shakes your hips. I always say that I believe music should shake your hips or explode your heart. And if it's not doing one of those two things, you should turn it off.
So the lyric video for Trailer Hitch as well, I absolutely loved. I mean, you filmed that in Chicago, right? So where did you get that idea from for that lyric video? It was so unique. I thought it was fantastic.
We didn't really know what we were doing. We only had an hour or so. And the filmmaker and myself and the manager, we were all kind of sitting around, and they wanted me in my own lyric video, which I thought was weird. Yeah. Why? It's like, are we really doing this? Is that where we are in culture now? Is it you have to go do this now? Is this what everyone's doing? And I said, well, if we can make it cool, I'll do it. And we thought about it, and we came up with this idea of going out and busking, except doing it in reverse, to hand out money from the guitar case. And people wouldn't take it. They'd walk by and be like, hey, would you like a couple dollars? They're like, stay away from me.
Yeah.
Is there a catch? Is there, and they kept looking around. And suddenly, as I started to convince them, if you take this and go buy, a coffee or a tea for somebody, would you take the money? And as soon as they were able to get that into their hearts, then they started taking the money. And then it sort of caught on. But it took me an hour and a half to give away $300.
Really?
Who knew it was going to do that? But it told the story of the song, which is, I love that there's message inside of a dance song, and that's very Sugarland of me to try to put those, those threads. And, you're supposed to give away your stuff. Why do we need so much? We don't need this much.
Exactly. It was a fantastic video, I have to say. It's one of my favourites. So in Trailer Hitch, it says you can't take it with you when you go. If you could take one thing with you when you go, what would you take? But you're not allowed a guitar.
And you're not allowed a guitar? My headphones.
Fair enough.
Fair enough. That's good.
So tonight, what can we expect from tonight's show? Is it going to be all your own stuff? Is there going to be a bit of Sugarland in there? Is there going to be any new stuff? What can we expect from tonight?
Well, my rule is if I wrote it, I'll play it. And you'll hear some Sugarland material. You'll hear some stuff off my solo record. I kind of keep it pretty loose. So, I might go as far back as Billy Pilgrim, or I might play you brand new stuff I'm working on right now. It's very common that I play new songs because I'd love to understand the feeling of what's going on. But I decide what the crowd kind of feels like. There's a lot of songs I can choose from, and my brother and I are playing tonight, and Brandon has this ability to follow me wherever I go. So I could write one on the spot if we needed to.
So what's coming next for you in 2016? What's on the agenda for?
Well, more music for sure.
More music.
Yeah, more music on the radio. And we're touring. We start in California. We start at Stagecoach, which is the giant country festival this year. We've been invited, and it's a very infectious show. This thing that's happening, and I can't wait to see where it's going.
We can't
I'm
wait
just very
either.
humbled.
Yeah, we can't wait either. So the main aim of our website is to promote the up-and-coming artists as well as artists such as yourself. So for UK artists such as Lucy May, Hometown Show, who are opening for you today, what advice would you have for a new up-and-coming artist trying to make it in the country music industry?
Well, in a lot of ways, I am an up-and-coming artist at the same time. So I have a unique perspective. I would say, first of all, spend all your time figuring out your song. Make the song the best it can possibly be. Because people are about to invest a lot of time and a lot of money, a lot of their hearts. They're your fans. A lot of wish, a lot of support. And if you do that without finding the right songs first, it'll be harder. So just work harder at writing a better song tomorrow. And then the second thing I'd say is just don't ever give up. I mean, look, never, ever give up. You never know what might happen. They might say yes again and again.
Well, there you go. We got Kristian Bush at the C2C Social tonight. Kristian, enjoy the show.
Thank you. Thank you for being here. Bye, y'all.